Okay. Welcome in, everyone. How are you? I'm here just because I guess I need a little motivation. I was trying to do my videos and I just wasn't hitting, and I thought maybe if I go live.
So let's start there.
Oops. Maybe if I go live, that would work. Let me get myself all set up. Wait for some people to come in. Hope you guys are good. We're at the midweek point. There I am. Okay. All right. I'm here. Who's here? I got a couple people in the house. Welcome in. Welcome in. I want to use. Hey, Tay Tay, welcome in. Judy, welcome. Hi, how are you guys? I hope you're feeling good. I was kind of like not feeling very motivated to do readings, and I just wasn't feeling it. And I thought, well, maybe if I came on live, maybe I would get juiced up a little bit. So I'm just kind of here checking in with all you guys. Hi, Roxanne. Welcome. Hi, Judy. Some of my favorite people are here. I thought while we wait for people to come in, we could kind of check in. And I got my fun little tarot, well, my oracle deck. This one, What's the Tea? Because it's just kind of crazy. So anyway, I thought I would pull like What's the Tea for all of the signs for our midweek check-in. See how you guys are doing. And kind of feel the flow. Because like I said, I was struggling a little earlier trying to get my readings done, and it just wasn't coming through. All right, Tay Tay, should we find out what the tea is on you? Are you ready? Because I kept getting girl fight, but I never did have a girl fight. But I know somebody who did. So it wasn't me, but it was someone else. All right, let's spill the tea on Tay Tay. Let's have some fun today, because I just feel like we need to have a good time. Grateful, thankful for all of the messages that come through, for all of the people that come into the chat. All right, Tay Tay, let's find out. We're going to spill the tea on Tay Tay. Let's see what card comes out for you and roll with that. Screenshot, getting evidence, proof, and facts. I wonder whether or not there is something that you need to kind of, document. And if you are, get the facts. All right, Tay Tay? At the bottom, wasting time. Quit wasting time. Aren't these fun? All right. So listen, Tay Tay, we've got, you got to get the facts, everything that you need done. Stuck, no changes, limited. Like, let's get going. Quit wasting time. Hi, Carolina. Welcome in. Lauren, welcome. Look at you guys. Welcome in. It's nice to see you guys. Should we just go ahead and just kind of pull cards and not worry about collective readings around the zodiac? Because you guys are here. I need some motivation. I need some energy. I need, some days, I got to tell you, I don't know how some of these tarot readers do it, all right? Because I'm a human being. And sometimes I just can't read. Sometimes, I just can't just sit here, in my little space and try to hone in on the world and try to pull a reading out, So anyway, Carolina, let's start with you. You got a question? You want me to pull cards? I got my tarot cards out here, so we can do tarot. We don't have to do this, What's the Tea, unless you guys want me to. You want to know how this upcoming month will be? Carolina, what's your astrology sign? What sign are you? And we'll find out what your upcoming month is going to be like. And then we'll look at you, Lauren, all right? Taurus. Taurus. All right, let's find out. I'm going to pull from a tarot deck and find out what this upcoming month is going to look like. Carolina's looking for a good month. We're all looking for a good month. It's August. I like the month of August. It's like that nice summer month. Although a lot of things are happening. People are going back to school, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what's going on for Carolina. All right, Five of Wands reversed to the Four of Wands to the King of Cups. I think you're going to have an up-down kind of month. First week, I would keep to yourself. All right, we have the Five of Wands coming in. And in this deck, it always looks like people are just kind of gossiping. So I feel like, it starts out where the beginning of the month, I think you kind of hang to yourself. You could be going somewhere. There could be an event that you're invited to or some kind of celebration. Go, because I think you're going to have a really great time, Carolina. But I'm also feeling like, you may be also needing to avoid someone this month. It's King of Cups. Maybe, you're avoiding a situation with them. We have this Tower card coming in. So overall, I would say that, be careful of this king, because this is somebody who could become very emotionally needy. And, that might be someone that you meet that you want to just kind of stay away from. But overall, I think, good month for money. I think, money will be good this month. So, like I said, I feel like it's a good month for overall. Just be aware. People, I think, are going to want to engage in knowing things. If you don't feel like giving up your business, don't do it. All right? Because I just feel like people could take it and run with it and, spread rumors. We don't like rumors, so don't listen to what other people have to say as well. All right, Carolina. And I think overall, though, the month seems very positive. There could be some, some balance issues when arguing, again, this King of Cups energy. I don't know who this person is, Carolina, but that's the one I think that, if anything, could be the thorn in your side for this month of August. PRCH. How old am I? I am old enough to be on YouTube. All right, let's see. Lauren, what's going on for you? Lauren Christina. Lawrence Christine, can we see what your energy looks like today? Does that make sense, Carolina? I don't know. I never know if things make sense. All right, let's see. Lauren, can you see your energy is Mayong Estate, a suitable job for Christine's future? Let's find out. Ultimate Living with D. Hi. Okay, good. All right, let's find out. Is this a suitable job for Christine's future? We are looking at Lawrence Christine, looking for an answer. Is this a suit? Yes, look at this. Look at the celebration. I think this is good in the long run. This is so positive because everybody is happy. Everybody is celebrating. So definitely this is a good direction. So it's a suitable job. The answer to that, Lauren, would be absolutely yes. Akiri's Corner, welcome in. PR-C-H. Kindly read my comment as well. Let's see, where are you? Can you please tell me something about you? What should I tell you? Oh, I don't know. Let me find something for you first, PR. And let's see. What can you tell me about PR? What can you tell me to tell PR? Grateful, thankful. Welcome in, you guys. Nice to have you all here. Don't forget to hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. All that good stuff. All right, PR, let's see. What's going on? What can I tell you about you? All right, Liz, we have the Knight of Swords. At times I feel as if you need to temper your energy because the Knight of Swords can be pretty aggressive. So maybe sometimes you might need to pull back. But when we have the Knight of Swords, I also feel like it's an energy where, you'll go up against all odds. And I like that energy about the Knight of Swords because they're not afraid to go after what they want. And I feel like that could be that kind of energy that you possess. I do like it. I do like the Knight of Swords. Listen, if you are involved in a situation, don't be afraid because I feel like it's time for something to come to an end. Just saying as a side note there, PR, because we do have this Ten of Swords. If this is a situation that, has been really rough, it might be time to finally put it to an end. And you might be the one that does that. That's what I got for you. Mariola, welcome in. Mariola says hi. How are you? Rumalier, it's been so long since you've taken a man's wife. Oh, why would you take a man's wife? She's already taken. All right, you guys, listen, you guys are in the chat. I got a few people in the chat. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. If you are new here, I am Raven Blackstar. I like to come on here periodically and pull cards for all of you guys. So if you have a question, throw it in the chat. I'd be happy to pull a card for you guys. Aisha, Salim, Imtiaz, current feelings for Aisha. What are the current feelings? What are Imtiaz? I don't know if I'm saying that right. So, again, I am sorry if I butcher names, but gosh, some of them are really hard. Let's find out what Imtiaz current energies are for you, Aisha. Hi. All right, we got the Ten of Swords. I feel like something's coming to an end. Strength card. So, you know, there has been some trouble. Okay, when we have the Ten of Swords energy, she's over it. You know, I think, you know, she's actually a real catch, but I don't like that, you know, I feel as if, you know, she always feels as if sometimes, you know, you leave her on her own. Be careful about that. I just feel as if, you know, she is ready to end things if it hasn't ended already. Right now, I think she's kind of playing into whatever it is to kind of save face, but I just feel as if the dynamics between the two of you are just not balanced. Not at all. I'm sorry. Hi, B. Welcome in. What are Georgie's current feelings towards you? I don't know, B. We'll have to find out, huh? All right, B, let's find out. What are Georgie's current feelings for B? Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know. What are Georgie's current feelings towards you, B? Let's find out. Current feelings. Look, I think he likes you, all right? Because here we have the Six of Wands. You know, when we have the Six of Wands, this is somebody who admires you, all right? Because, you know, if he's looking at you as a Six of Wands energy, I think he thinks you're the winner. So I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. I think he's got deep feelings for you. All right, let's see. In Bezi Hungzin. I don't know. Let's find out. That's a long, whoever you are with the very, very long name. In Bezi Hungzi. I don't know. Should you leave your partner? Let's find out. Okay. Even if I can't say your name, we'll find out whether or not you should leave your partner. Grateful, thankful for the messages. For my friend with the very, very long name. All right, look, we got the Ace of Swords. I think you need to stand in your truth. You know, if I was to say yes, you know, you'd probably be better off being on your own, you know, but we have free will. You can do what you want, but I just feel as if you've got to stand in your truth when it comes to, you know, you wanting to leave. I mean, on the outside, I think you've been playing this picture that everything is good, but on the inside, you haven't been happy. I mean, honestly, you know, when the Sun card comes up reverse, you can't fool me, you know, because I'm like, oh, sure, you want to make sure nobody knows how miserable you really are. But the Knight of Wands coming in here reverse tells me that you would really like to have more freedom and more space in this situation. So that's what I got for you. All right, let's see who else is coming through. I've got my iPad here. That's why if I keep looking down, I'm looking at my iPad. I can read that better than off my phone. Priya, welcome in. Nice to see you. Aisha, what are the basic current feelings for Aisha? I know there's other people, but I'm just going to pull that. It kind of jumped out. Let's find out. Current feelings for Aisha. Did I read this already? I already read this. Yeah, listen, they're not going, it's not going anywhere. You're at a standstill there, Aisha. All right, let's see. Depthy Vor. How is August going to be for you? Let's find out how Depthy Vor's August is going to be. I hope you're still out there. Let's find out. Let's find out what is going on for Depthy for the month of August. And what does August look like for Depthy? All right, we've got the Knight of Swords coming in reverse, Judgment card. You know, I feel like August is going to bring some changes. With the Knight of Swords, I think there's been this need for something to come to an end. We also have the Three of Swords coming in as well, and the Hermit card. So the Judgment card is kind of telling me there's something you don't want to keep going with, you know, and it's time for something to end, because I just feel like if you keep going, Depsy, with whatever it is, you know, by the end of the month, you know, you're going to feel like crap. Right? So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, to kind of come out and, you know, let yourself, you know, stand up for yourself. Because if you don't want a situation to continue and you choose to ignore that, what you want to do, and you continue, I feel like you're going to get hurt. So be careful of that. And the Hermit card here coming in reverse says, you know, this would be a month that would be really good for you to take some time to kind of sit with yourself, now, you know, and kind of, you know, reconnect with yourself. I think it's really important that, you know, sometimes life kind of pulls us in directions and we forget who we really are. And I think this month is almost wanting you to remember who you are, you know, because you're putting yourself in positions that I feel you get hurt, and we want that to stop. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Dipta. You're welcome. I'm glad that resonated. Okay, the Queen, welcome in. How are you? Is M and I going to work out? Let's find out, okay? Okay, the Queen's in the house. How are you guys? Hey, hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, let's see. Queenie, where are you? Where did you go? I've lost you in my chat here. Okay, the Queen. I'm reading for you. We're going to find out how Emma and you are going to make it. All right, Queen, let's find out. What does that look like between the two of them? All right, Five of Wands coming in reverse to the Ace of Cups. Look, you know, it would work out if you left people, if people didn't get in the way. But in the end, I feel as if it's not going to work out, especially with that Ace of Cups coming in reversed. And then we have the Seven of Swords. I feel as if, you know, with this Five of Wands, I don't think that they want to be exclusive. And the Ace of Cups coming in reverse, that's not, you know, that's not love a match made in heaven. And then we have the Seven of Swords. I just wonder whether or not, you know, there's just nothing's going to click. You know, I feel like your wheels are like going to, they just don't click. Anyway, Queen, that's what I got for you. I don't feel like it's the one. All right, listen, you guys, do not spam the chat, because if you spam the chat, Sitara, then I will for sure not read your question. All right? So, with that being said, who's out here? Where's one of my old friends? Priya. Did you had a question? Did you pull it? Let's see. LG, when will you get a new job, LG? Let's find out. Grateful, thankful for the messages for LG. Grateful, thankful for the messages for LG. When will you get a new job? Hopefully soon, right? Two cards have come out. All right, so Ten of Wands. I don't feel like you're going to get a job soon, but the Five of Swords, I almost feel like you're going to take action in order to figure out a way to, you know, find a job. I think you got to go on your own, honestly. This is what I'm feeling for you, all right? So if you have been wondering, you know, so you don't get the job, all right? I can't find a job. Three of Pentacles says there's something you can do on your own that maybe you need to start looking at. And here I do see that you do take some chances, and, you know, I can see that you could blow things up. So anyway, find something that you can do on your own, and I think you'll have more success. You know? You know. Priya, where are you? I was looking for your question before. Priya, true intentions for you. Vinod, is that how I say it? Vinod's true intentions for you. He's maintaining distance. What can you tell me to tell Priya regarding Vinod? Ooh, see, he's sneaking around. All right, he's sneaking around. That's what I can tell you. So his true intentions, I don't... Oh, look, he's the King of Wands reversed. Listen, this guy's a player. He doesn't have true intentions for you. He has only true intentions for himself. All right, Priya? So, you know, take care of you, not him. All right? Don't give your power to this person. All right, that's what I got regarding Vinod. Priya, you got a marriage proposal from him? I don't believe it. According to my cards, I don't believe it. Do you believe it? If you believe it, why is he maintaining distance? If you believe that he truly wants to marry you, then why are you here asking whether or not his intentions are true? See, I don't think you believe that he means that. So, anyway, that's just my 2 cents, Priya. You know, I mean, you know, you have intuition. Don't dismiss it because you want that to be the truth. You know, look at the truth, because I just don't believe it, Priya. All right, let's see. Well, who's next? Jayla. How much are questions? Nothing. They're free. Can you believe that? There's actually something free in this world. The only thing I ask is that you hit the like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know, that's how my numbers turn. That's how I would like to make my money. So this is just what I love to do. Jayla, let's find out if your surgery, will it go well? Will the surgery go well for Jayla? Grateful, thankful for Jayla. All right, let's find out, Jayla. Oh, Justice card coming up reversed. So I do not feel very positive about this. Where did you go? Oh, so, you know, I feel as if there are some issues, something unexpected when it comes to your surgery. The Tower. And then again, the Four of Wands. Do you know, I wonder whether or not, is there a chance that you could put it off? Because I feel like there could be something unexpected that could come up around your surgery. What's at the bottom of the deck? Ace of Swords, again, a delay. If there's a way that you could delay this, maybe that would be better. I'm just feeling the energies would be more supportive later on, not right now. All right, Jayla? Just, you know, but remember, it's just tarot cards. You got to do what you got to do. Oh, you're getting your tummy tucked. See, if it's just one of these, maybe, I'm just telling you right now, I keep saying put it off, put it off. There could be something unexpected, Jayla. Be careful of that, all right? Oh, no, you're scared. Don't be scared. You know, maybe there's some more, you know, with the Justice card coming up, and it's coming up reversed, Jayla, I have to say there could be some kind of legal issue that needs to be noted. Maybe it's not the surgery itself, but something within the paperwork because of that Justice. Just make sure everything is in order before you go under that knife, all right? Because you don't want to come out and then all of a sudden you don't like how the surgery came out or there's something wrong and now you're not covered. I just feel like you need to look at that, all right, Jayla? Oh, you had a bad dream too, yeah. Yeah, I don't like to tell people what to do when it comes to their health, but you know, when 3 cards come up and then the bottom of the deck is like, no, don't do it just yet. Something's up. Something's up. Anyway, let's move on. See who else. Sitara. June 8 current feeling for Habiba. Let's find out, Sitara. Current feeling for Habiba. I hope I'm saying that right. Good luck with that, Jayla. Well, you know, I feel as if they sit on the fence wanting to leave. You know, do I leave? Do I go? Do I leave? Do I go? So, I mean, their current feelings are, you know, they're hanging on by a thread. And here again, 2 of Swords, bottom of the deck. I feel as if they're a little confused because there's part of them that wants to walk. And they don't know really what to do. So that's what I've got as far as June 8's feelings. You're welcome, Jayla. I so light 217. Salim, when will you want to marry me? Salim, are you going to marry her? Let's find out whether or not Salim wants to marry you. All right. I so light. Hi, Mary. Welcome. Let's see whether or not there's going to be a marriage. See, I'm feeling like you know, you might be waiting a long time. I don't feel like he really wants to marry you. So I'm just saying, you know, I'm just pulling the cards. Don't shoot the messenger. Mohammed. November 19th. 1995. Do we see marriage for you, Jayla? I do. I see marriage for you. Maybe not with this one, though, unfortunately. But I do see marriage, but I don't think it's going to be with this one. But I hope I'm wrong. Who's spamming? How dare you spam? No spamming in the chats. B, you wanted another question. What was it? Where are you, B? B, what was your question? Michelle, hello. Sagittarius there. Hi, Michelle. How are you? I'm just kind of hanging out because I needed some inspiration because I was having a hard time doing readings. And I do. I feel a little bit more inspired. B, are you out there, B? I was going to pull another card for you. Oh, you got your eye on someone? Didn't we ask this, B? Does Georgie intend to reconcile with you? What did I get? Look at, this is Georgie. Do you see Georgie? He's sitting here. He's trying to figure out, like, these 3 cups in front of him. That's what made, he's remembering when he was happy. So, does he, he's trying to remember happier times. Will he reconcile with you? I think there's going to be a reconciliation. Will it stick? That's the bigger question. We can reconcile, but is it going to work? In the end, I feel like it won't. But I do see a reconciliation. Priyanka, what are your husband's intentions towards you at the present? What? That's such a strange question to me. Thanks, Michelle. Mohammed. Mohammed, are you going to get a job? Let's find out if Mohammed's going to get a job. Grateful, thankful for Mohammed. Mohammed, are you going to get a job? Queen of Swords coming in reverse. I feel like there could be somebody who could be keeping you from getting a job. Mohammed. This Queen of Swords, is somebody I get to know, when it comes to a job. And, it's almost as if somebody isn't going to let you do what you really want to do. If you go get a job doing something you would love to do, because the Page of Cups here, I almost feel as if they keep you from, doing what you love. Like, it's like maybe somebody's not encouraging you in a profession, maybe like dance. You want to be a dancer or you want to be an artist or something. And they're saying, no, that's a stupid profession. You need to be, in technology or something. I just feel as if there is somebody around you that does not support the work that you really want to do. And you should follow your dream. Do the work you want to do. All right, Mohammed? Suma. Is that what we said? Vibe has feelings for you. He contacted you today. I wonder if it's the same Vibe that's been coming around here. Hi, Sayo. How are you? Shivani, welcome in. Mary, let's read for you. Anything specific? Yes, no, maybe. Hi, Rose. Thanks for being a new subscriber. I'll pull you next, right? But let's find out. Mary, what's going on with you, Mary? All right, if I don't see a question, I'm just going to pull a card for you because you gave me permission. All right, Mary, this card's for you. We have the Page of Cups coming out. I feel like it's time for you to start something creative, doing something that you would really love to do. This is a new beginning. It could also be a new beginning with a relationship with someone. But I like the energy, especially around creativity. And this card screams, pick up those paints, pick up that pen, sing, dance, whatever it is that you have some kind of creative energy in. Really, I feel like, something really beautiful could channel from that. So that's what I got for you, Mary. Whose birthday? Oh, did I miss it? Rose. All right, so listen, I'm just going to say this now because there's some new people in the chat. So here's one of the general rules I try to adhere to, all right? Is like if you spam the chat, which means, type your message in over and over and over again to get my attention, that is the way to get my attention to block you, all right? So do not spam the chat, right? And, you can get my attention other ways. I'm a very friendly person. I'm very approachable. I like to keep myself very open, so that you feel like you could kind of say, hey, Raven, I wanted to ask a question and it's been a while, catch my attention. All right, do it that way, but don't spam the chats. All right, let's see, Rose. Akib jawed feelings for Shahina. Okay, let's find out. Akib. Let's find out his feelings, because you need to throw the names in. Just isn't going to work. But we're reading for you, Rose, all right? Find out what their feelings are. All right, so we got the world card coming in, you know. So they may feel like this is somebody that, you know, they find very worldly, you know, like interesting. So I do feel like there is this sense of, you know, he finds it very, very interesting. Whether or not it's going to manifest into anything, that I don't think. As interesting as she is, I don't think it's enough for them to really kind of make it as a couple. You're an electronic engineer, Mohammed? Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. We won't do it again. Listen, you got to learn. Do you know what I mean? All is forgiven. It's just because, you know, if I get really, really busy and the check gets really, really full and then gets out of control and, you know, like, just trying to maintain balance. Oh, let's see. Is the married guy who attracted me, Azad, I'm reading for you right now. Is the married guy who attracted to you happy in his marriage? Well, that's complicated already. Is the married guy, so he's married, attracted to you, which would mean like we were looking at an affair, right? He's 64. Let's find out whether or not this guy is attracted to you. None of my business what you guys do. All right, let's find out. Is this guy attracted to you, Azad? Yes or no? All right, let's find out. You know, I don't feel as if, like, this is this need for freedom. I feel your friend, Assad, has this need for freedom. All right, the Hierophant. He's married, but here he doesn't want to be married. You know, 5 of Cups. I don't think he's very happy in his marriage, and I think this is why he's looking outward. But I do feel as if at the end of the day, he would rather not be married. And if that answers your question as to whether or not he's attracted to you, you know, I don't know whether I would call it attraction. I think it's not so much just the attraction. It's the knowledge of like, maybe I could really get out of this marriage and find somebody that I could click with. But overall, I don't see that the two of you in the end will click for like a partnership. But you might be the catalyst to help him out of his marriage. Shivani, I see you. I see you. All right, Shivani. See how Shivani did that? She's like, hey, you greeted me, but I didn't answer your question. See, that's so simple. Right? So now here we are, Shivani. We're going to find out whether or not this person's feelings for you, if he's ready to commit or just not ready. Ooh, look, we got the Hanged Man. I don't think he's ready, right? Honestly, I'm feeling like, you know, Shivani is just not ready. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, you know, I don't think he's ready. I think he wants to be ready, and he wants to make it work. Do you know what I mean? But there's something about it, you know, it takes time, you know, but I feel as if one day, if you hang in there with him, he really wants to make it work, but I just don't see it being the one. All right, Shivani, I just don't. You know, because here's the thing. When you know, you know. When you come to me, that's telling me you don't know. And you know that, you know, this might not be the one. Anyway, I don't think he's going to commit just this soon. Anyway, who else? Look at you guys coming in. Scam Queen. Sam Queen. Say about me, but it should be perfect. I will send you $1,000. Should I play into this, guys? Is this a true scam? Yes or no? Gila. Listen, I mean, I'm telling you, when you know, you know. Baby girl, welcome in. Oh, baby girl. And the saga continues. Let's find out whether or not, let's find out, baby girl, whether or not, you know, there is anything left. Let's find out. All right. Well, you know, I think here, you know, it's time to just move on is what I'm getting, baby girl. I think it's over. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I really feel as if, you know, he has truly moved on. And I think you are the one that is trying to hang on to something by a thread. Are there past memories? Yes. Does he think of you? I think every now and then you may pop into his mind, you know, but for the most part, I feel like it's just time to let it go, baby girl. Uh-oh, Kashi saw a ghost for the first time in their life. And what did you do? Bye, Shivani. I'm really curious. What did you do when you saw the ghost? Did you run? Did you scream? Did you cry? Did you burn sage? What did you do? What did you do when you saw the ghost? All right, let's see. Who else is out there? Believer. What is this about? This is just tarot. I'm just pulling tarot cards. Addition. In the next 3 months, do I see financial conditions improving for you? I don't know. Let's find out. I'll tell you in a minute here, baby girl. I will tell you in a minute. I'm going to answer this question for addition first, and then I'll tell you about how you can kind of cleanse your house out. All right, I think my cards are okay. Boy, that seemed a little complicated. Let's see if your financial conditions are going to be improving. Aditi. All right, let's see. Aditi. It looks like addition. My apologies, Aditi. All right, let's see. Financial conditions improving over the next 3 months. Grateful, thankful. Yes or no? What can you tell me? Oh. You know, I don't see them improving. The Magician reversed. And I see the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, if anything, I feel like you're going to have to really kind of get a handle on it, because if anything, I see them not improving with the Six of Pentacles coming in reversed. And then the Strength card. Yeah, so, you know, watch out for that. Yeah, I'm not feeling it's going to be a good 3 months for you, Aditi. What can you tell me about these next 3 months? What can you tell me to tell her about this financial status? Yeah, it just doesn't look very good. I don't want to tell you what you think. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles coming in reversed. Yeah, I think the next 3 months there's going to be a lot of instability when it comes to the finances, and you're not going to see any growth. Phew. All right, so yeah. Budget wisely, Aditi. All right, let's see what else is going on out there. Sandra Rodriguez, welcome. What do I see that you should know about love? I don't know. Let's see. How are you, Sandra? I hope you're doing well. Let's see. All right, Sandra, let's see. What do I see? What do you need to know about love? Let's find out, Sandra. Look at that. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. If you are looking for work or a house or something, wow, man, your life is about to turn in a good way when it comes to your work. All right, so listen, I don't see love. What I see is good work for you in the next few months. All right, we've got this Three of Pentacles. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. It's almost as if somebody sees you, picks you up, and all of a sudden, you know, you're making money. But when it comes to love, I don't see love coming here in the near future for you. Right, Sandra? It's really good. You know, listen, you've got to heal from some past relationship, right? Three of Swords coming in reverse. Embrace the fact that your work life, your career is about to take off. You know, stay focused on what's working, because when you're that busy, listen, love will come coming in, and it'll find you when you least expect it. Tara, welcome in. What do you need to know about your friendships? Oh wait, I wanted to talk to baby girl about cleansing her house. So look, when you are there's so many ways you can do it, all right? You know, you can what I do believe though is that you need to do the whole house, you know, not just where you're sitting. You know, because these spirits and stuff, they hide, energies hide, you know, if there's a lot of clutter and it's, you know, full of cobwebs and stuff, things get caught up in there. You know, so one, clean your corners out of your house, you know, under the bed, in the closets, the corners. You know, a house isn't clean unless the corners are clean. But there's several ways. You know, you can smudge your house with sage, with cedar, with palo santo, with sweetgrass, with whatever it is that you use. You can use oils. Myself, if I'm really, really concerned, I will go and I will do salt around the house. I'll do a prayer of protection and use salt for a cleansing. And then I kind of visualize that each one of those salt crystals has like this beam of light shooting out of it. And it just kind of shoots up, and then your whole house is surrounded by this beautiful white light. You'd be good. All right. So just a couple things that you can do, all right, baby girl, to kind of cleanse the energies in your house. All right. Michelle, let's give you a quick love reading. There's this guy that you've been seeing, feeling the same for you. Let's see. Feelings mutual. What does this love relationship seem like for Michelle? Can you tell me to tell Michelle? YouTube Mania, welcome in. Hi, Loretta. Hi, YouTube. We are reading for Michelle, trying to find out what this relationship feels like. Where's it going? What's happening? What can I tell you about her love relationship? All right, so look, we have the Eight of Cups. I see you walking away from it. Could be there's somebody or something comes up. I mean, for good reason, you walk away from this relationship. And then we have the Three of Pentacles coming in, and I have the Nine of Cups. All right, so I feel like there is something comes in, a wish comes true. I mean, definitely a wish comes true. And I think you move in another direction. Maybe a job opportunity pulls you away from this relationship, but I definitely see you walking away eventually. This is not going to last very long. When we have the energy of the Nine of Cups, you know, it's not bringing that 10, that fulfillment, you know, and here with this and this work energy, I mean, your life is going to go in another direction. Let it go in that direction. All right. Love will find you. It will. Shivani, I already did a reading for you. You need to go back and look. I already did a reading for you. So go back and see what it was. I don't remember what I said, but I did do a reading for you already. All right. Good, Michelle. All right. YouTube Mania. A new person. I haven't seen you in the chat before, so welcome in. All right, let's see. Something about your love life, your partner, and your name is Zebra. All right, let's find out. What can I tell you about your love life, YouTube? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see what the cards have to say regarding your love life. All right, so we've got the Strength card coming in reverse. Yeah, it's a toxic connection. And I think it's depleted you at this point. All right, you have no more strength. You, right? You just can't do this anymore. I just feel as if, you know, you realize that there is a lot of stuff between the two of you that is not healthy. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune coming in reversed. And I think you know that it's also going to continue to not get better. So what do you need to do? You know, here we have the Sun card coming out. I think you are going to find solutions. You know, eventually... there is, so here's the thing, you know, there is this toxic energy between you and your person. You want to be happy, you want to be married, but I feel like he has a wandering eye. All right, I'm just going to be honest, because, you know, this is somebody that you want to be happy with, but I feel as if they want their cake and they want to eat it too, and that leaves you feeling, you know, not really good about yourself, and that brings up this toxic energy. Eventually, I feel as if you're going to turn around and you're going to end up leaving, all right? because you just can't continue. So in the end, with this Five of Cups coming in reversed, you just can't keep going. And then I see the Hierophant reversed also coming in, says that I want my freedom. So eventually I think that this relationship will end, YouTube. Anyway, that's what I got for you. Isaac, welcome in. Some new people, I like it. Hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be back again here, maybe Friday, to do the weekend. Either Thursday, or either tomorrow or Friday, probably Friday, to do the weekend check-in. So I'll be back again. So if you don't get your question read today, come back. There's another day. All right, I'm one person. There's a lot of you. All right, let's see. Neo, how are you? Tara. If I don't believe in cards, then why am I here? I don't believe I ever said I didn't believe in cards. So maybe you don't believe in cards, Tara, and then why are you here? Sumya, Viheb's feelings for you. Oh, that's right. Let's go back. Viheb's feelings for you. Let's find out. Viheb's feelings for you. The Emperor coming in reverse. You know, listen, Viheb's a very narcissistic person. I feel like this person, his energies towards you, you know, his energies towards you are very controlling, all right? The energy of the Emperor, he's got a lot of power. He's got a lot of control. And I feel like he does that with you, all right? So just be careful of that energy because I think it really gets to you. And eventually you're going to want to just kind of leave that kind of relationship. Any kind of salt, baby girl, any kind of salt. But that's a good way to do it, you know. Put that salt around the house. I think it's time for me to do it. I like to do it seasonally. But I'm always smudging and, you know, I'm always doing something, so I'm not too worried. And I live alone, you know, so, and not a lot of people come out to visit. So I'm pretty clear. All right, we got somebody in here from Germany. Welcome. How are you? Jayla, you're back again. Some readers, they say things about me that are not true. I tell my ex I'm not the person in that reading. I'm very honest. Yeah. Someone in the comments said they didn't believe in the card. Isn't that funny? I believe in the cards. Are you kidding? I've been throwing cards since I was a kid, and I'm an old lady now. Sometimes the cards are really kind of trippy. Hey, let's move over to, I got some people. I mean, I can still pull tarot, but I've got this What's the Tea deck. Do you guys want to find out what the tea is on some people? Do you have somebody that you just want to know what's up with them? Let's get nosy. Why not? Oh. You don't know what to do. You'll know what to do. Here, let's find out. Let's find out what the tea says for you to do, YouTube. Let's see if this makes any sense. You're stuck. You won't be stuck for long. Scarcity, tax it. Yeah, see, you know, you're playing a game here, a game of chess. That's what I got with this card. And I just feel like, you know, YouTube, you have to trust the steps that you're going to take. You're so depressed. Listen, depression hates a moving target. Do something. Get going. Hi, DS. Gemini. How are you? Don't be depressed. YouTube, listen, I struggle with depression for most of my life. You know, just whether you like it or not, make yourself go for a walk. At least 20 minutes. So you go from that low vibration to that higher vibration. Anything to get you out of that feeling, you know. But if you just sit home and you're just sitting down thinking about it, it's only going to get worse. So move. Everybody up and move. Everybody jump. Are you going to get into the university you want with your boyfriend or not? Well, do you want to go to the university with your boyfriend or do you want to go to university because you want to go to university? See, there's differences, but let's find out. Prashana, You want to know whether or not you're going to get into the university you really want with your boyfriend. Yes or no? Just tell me yes or no. Yes or no? Look, I don't see it happening. I see you really want it, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. And I almost feel like this Queen of Swords, this is why it may not happen. Ooh, I don't like that. Here, again, Six of Wands coming in reversed. You would be so happy if you would get in there. But I don't, you know, it may not happen. I don't want to put, you know, any kind of false hopes there, but I'm not seeing it. I am just not seeing it. Right? Anything. You know, years ago, I had, when it comes to depression, I had this beautiful Japanese man tell me, he's like, you know, there was these Japanese teachings that I was learning, you know, about, you know, flower arrangement. And he said, you know, if you put a flower in a room, it will raise the vibration. Even in like a jail cell, you can put a flower in a room and it brightens the energy. And this is what we need to do when we're depressed. We have to do things that brighten the energy. You know, like pick some flowers, treat yourself to some flowers at the grocery store, you know, when you're shopping. You know, do things that will lift up and brighten your space and your energy, you know, and it takes work. Listen, depression is hard, you know, because you don't want to do it, but do it anyway, right? All right, let's see. DS, can I please tell you about you? Do you not know about you? Oh, look who's here, Termir, my carnivore. All right, DS, let me tell you about you that you don't know. All right, wait a second. We got to get rid of unknown beats because, you know, this is just, he's just not nice. Okay, is he gone? Okay. All right, who was I reading for? What was I doing? I got distracted. Let's see, my German friend. In BZ Hongzin. Is that who you are? I guess did I read for you already? Oh, let's go back to DS. All right, DS. I'm focusing. I got lost track there. All right, DS, we have the King of Wands coming in reverse. Be careful, because I feel as if you are truly a charmer with this King of Wands. That could get you in trouble sometimes, because we do have the Four of Cups coming in reversed. You know, so be careful of this energy. You know, as a King of Wands energy, DS, you know, this is someone who, you know, they talk a lot, they promise a lot, but they don't always deliver. And sometimes when I see the King of Wands come in, you know, this is somebody who you got to question, you know, their intentions and their motives. So, you know, that's what I see when it comes to that. And I think some of it, honestly, might come from you protecting yourself and not getting hurt. You know, we have this sense of you trying to find some stability when it comes to how you move about in the world. And I think, you know, you have coping mechanisms such as your charm that you use. But sometimes I think that selfish nature and sometimes that charm could actually, you know, be toned down a little bit in order for you to, you know, really shine truly bright. It's like, you know, it's almost like you have to have your own little barometer, you know, and it's just like, uh-oh, am I too much? Am I going off? Uh-oh, am I too little? You got to find that middle ground, you know, and be that King of Wands that people admire. Okay, I hope that helped. I hope that described you a little bit, DS. Staying off the grid. All right, so we have to get off of staying off the grid because apparently staying off the grid is very emotionally immature. So with that being said, staying off the grid, we're going to get rid of you. Yeah. Sometimes people... Sarah, what can I tell you about the people around you, friends, anything? Listen, you are the company you keep. All right, grateful, thankful for Tara. What can you tell me to tell Tara about the people that she is around? sure. Well, some of the people around you, I feel could help you. But there's one person I feel that their intentions aren't so much about helping you and making it work with you, but making it work with them. So, if you're dealing with some men, I feel like they're a little immature, honestly. Because I feel as if they're going around. I feel like they're going around situations rather than going straight through and dealing with it, which could create shortcuts, which could create problems. So the moon card here is, you may also be blowing up, some of the things out of proportion as well. So I don't get a bad feeling around the people that you're dealing with right now, but I also feel like their intentions aren't really about you. It's about them. So if you think that it's because of you that they're around you, it's not. There's something you have, I think, that they would want. But overall, I would be very, very careful of kind of just going too quickly with any kind of advanced information. Like if they're making you offers or they wanting you to do something, just go with caution, because this Ace of Pentacles says don't go too quickly. There's more that I think that you need to learn before you jump too fast. So like, be your own boss, be your own chief, your own protector, when dealing with other people, and you'll be all right. But I don't see anything horrible. All right, wait. I saw my German friend out here. She had something. My German friend, where are you? Where did you go? Oh, you took the message away. Okay, I keep trying. I'm looking. Oh, there you are. How do you finally recover from eating disorder? Going on for 30 years. Wow. That's a deep trauma, isn't it? That's very deep. 30 years is a long time to have an eating disorder. Let's see what the cards have to say about you recovering from your eating disorder. All right, what can you tell me to tell her? Look, you could win it. You could beat it. I want to tell you, you can do hard things. Two of Swords to the Nine of Pentacles. You know what? If you really want to recover from this, I do feel like you could do this. I feel like you could do it on your own. And, it's one of these things. It's not like I'm going to tell everybody, guess what, everybody? I am going to finally beat my addiction here with, hurting myself and, this food thing that I've got going on, and I'm not starving myself, I'm binging, whatever it is, this food disorder thing. I do feel as if the confusion, is don't tell people. On your own, I see you changing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like you reaching for the refrigerator, and I don't know what kind of eating disorder you have, whether, you're binging or you're anorexic, but kind of looking at that food and, on your own, not with anyone else around you. Do you know what I mean? Like, because then you're doing it for them, and I see you doing it for your own. So it's like, you pick up this card, right? And let's say this card is a candy bar, and you have anorexia, and it's like you would love to eat that candy bar, but you can't. That candy bar could become your saving grace, where I'm going to eat this candy bar if it takes me all day. And then by the end of the day, you still haven't finished that candy bar, but I'm going to eat it today. Just be grateful that you did that work, even if you don't finish it. So like, on your own is how I see you finally beating it. And without telling other people, it's just like, this is one day people are going to be like, hey, you look like you've gained weight. Hey, you look like you don't do this anymore. And inside, you can proudly be proud of yourself that you did it your way. And didn't do it listening to other people. You know how to beat this. You just have to do it now. And it's going to take you. Good luck with that. Lovely, how are you? Good luck with that. Listen, you know what? I share that with you, my little German friend, because that's what I do. There's a lot that, I will never tell people, and I will start to do these, like, I play my own game with myself, and then, I succeed better that way. You know, because I don't want people checking in on me. I don't want people asking on, you know, yeah, I don't want people to know. That's just how I am. All right, let's see. Lovely, let's get you a general reading for my lovely over here. Lovely, 1111. Grateful, thankful. We'll do lovely, Tay-Tay, and then Dana. How's that? All right, lovely. General read for you. What can the cards tell me to tell you today? Lovely. Grateful, thankful for the messages from my lovely. All right, we got the Empress to the Four of Pentacles to the Five of Cups. So the Empress card, this is about motherhood. This is about creation. This is about, you know, making something be born. So listen, if you are not pregnant, be careful because you could become pregnant. You know, we do have the Four of Pentacles here being very, very quiet and closed. And then the Five of Cups coming in, you know, so a little sad energy here, lovely. So let's get a few more cards. Yeah. So, you know, at the root of what's going on here, I feel like you have the strength, you have the ability, you have the courage to make the changes within a relationship that you have to, all right? Now, I don't know what this Empress means to you. You know, like I said, it represents, you know, something, a creation, you know, could be a child or whatever. But I'm just feeling as if, you know, you need to know that no matter what, on your own, you can handle anything. And Five of Cups, I think, you know, you've been disappointed a lot in people. You know, here's that disappointment. And I think, you know, you really need to start counting more on yourself than on anyone else. All right, lovely. Tay-Tay, a few cards of love for you. Welcome in. I see some new people. Welcome in, you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. All right, let's see. Tay-Tay, a few cards for a general love reading for my friend Tay-Tay here. I hope that resonated, lovely. That was hard. All right, let's see, Tay-Tay. A few general card readings for you. General love reading for my friend Tay-Tay over here. What can you tell me to tell her? We got the Queen of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords. So three people. You know, there could be somebody at work, right? Three of Pentacles, somebody at work who really admires you, you know, because we have this work energy here. But we have the Three of Swords. I'm wondering whether there was somebody that you were involved with at work, or maybe there was somebody who had a crush on you, but I just feel like you got hurt, you know, something just didn't pan out for you. Two of Cups, but I think tide's about to change. So if there has been a past person, I feel like it's a past person, may come back, you know, and I think this time it may actually work. Yeah, I do. I feel like, you know, this next relationship, this next connection that you end up having, I do, Tay-Tay, feel like it could work, which would be really great, huh? Oh, let's see. Who's next? Oh, Dana. Wasn't I going to do you? Dana wanted a general read, so we're going to do a general read for Dana. I hope you're still out there, Dana. Grateful, thankful for you, all you people. Thanks for coming in. I've got 29 likes. Thanks, guys. All right, thanks for hitting that button. Like, comment, share, subscribing, all that good stuff. Really appreciate you guys. All right, Dana, let's find out. General reading for my friend Dana. Grateful, thankful for their energy, coming in, being a part of my channel. Dana, what's going on? Hey, Dana. All right, we got the Ace of Pentacles coming in, to the Queen of Wands, to the King of Pentacles. So, I don't know if you are in a partnership kind of relationship, but we have, you know, some discord here. And I think the discord comes that you feeling like you're being ripped off by someone. Right? King of Pentacles, shady guy, ruthless. And here we have this Ace of Pentacles coming in reversed. And I feel like you are the queen, all right, Dana? And I'm just feeling like, you know, you need to be very, very careful, because if somebody is trying to make you an offer, it's not a good one. It's not a solid one. It's not a grounded one. It's shady. Be careful of this person here. Four of Pentacles. If they are asking for money from you, that's when I would turn and run in the other direction, Dana. But as a partnership, as a partnership, I just feel as if, you know, you're dealing with somebody who at times could be very selfish, you know, and money, they like money, all right? What can I say? This is somebody who likes money and doesn't like to spend money. So, you know, maybe there could be a house. I don't know if you're thinking about buying a house with this person. There could be some complications come up because we have the Four of Swords. There's just a lot of unsettled energy between you and this person. And I think it's because they're just not honest. You know, I mean, and here again, we have the Ten of Swords coming in reversed. I'm just feeling like you're hanging on to this connection by a thread. Yep, that's what I feel, Dana. Oh, it's work related. Yeah, I can see that, you know, because a partnership doesn't have to be romantic. I'm just feeling like that it's just, there is a lot of discord here, you know. Anyway, it's not, you know, don't trust him. He'll stab you in the back, all right? If that makes any sense, because I do see you getting stabbed in the back. We don't want that to happen. Jay, how are you? Is this for me? I don't understand what that means. Is this for me? Hi, can I ask a question? All right, so Jay, listen, I don't know what your question is, you know, but I can say whether it's yes or no. How about that? All right. So upright for yes, reverse for no. Yes, the answer, Jay, is yes. All right, so I hope whoever you are out there, is this for you? The answer is definitely yes. Taromir, what does the Emperor card tell you? Sorry if you missed that one too. Listen, the Emperor card, you know, that's a great energy. You know, because this is about, you know, building a future that, you know, it's your empire, you know, and an emperor has an empire. They've got control, they've got power, they know what they're doing, you know, they, you know, have the final say. A lot of time it's father energy, you know, very patriarchal, you know, the emperor. So it's a very powerful energy. And if you have pulled the emperor, you know, I feel like you are really in the place where you're supposed to be, because the cards are seeing you as somebody who's very in control with a lot of power. And you can really run the show with no problem. I like it, Termor. Eyes of Cree, that's me. Just a general read. All right, we'll do you, and then I will finish this up. All right, eyes, and call it a day, and see if maybe I can pull out some readings. I think I'm doing Cancer, Leo, and Virgo today. Is that who I'm doing today? I think so. Anyway, Eyes of Cree, general read for you. Grateful, thankful for each and every one of you coming in. Lucretia, is that your name? Lucretia? 1111. I love the blue butterflies. Transformation. All right, general reading from my friend Eyes of Cree. Ooh, look at you. Happy, happy. I like that. So I have to say, you are dealing with someone. So, you know, we just had my friend ask about the Emperor, but here we have the Emperor reversed. So, you know, you are dealing with someone who I feel eyes can be very controlling, keep you on a short leash, you know, where you don't have a lot of freedom of movement. And I do feel as if, you know, you are going to try to find a way to get around the control and the power that this person has on you. Because I see you here with the Seven of Swords kind of sneaking away from their energy, you know, and, you know, listen, eyes, when you're not around this person is when you're happy. I mean, really, that's what I'm sensing. When you get around this person, then all of a sudden everything is different. You're on guard. Yeah, I mean, notice your body language, you know, when you're with them and when you're not around them. Queen of Cups. Yeah, and, you know, honestly, I feel like there's somebody else has their eye on you. So, you know, how attached are you to this Emperor? You know, because I just feel as if, you know, there is a true match for you here that's coming down the pipeline. We have a Queen and a King of Cups. That's a beautiful union of two people. And here's that offer. So I have a feeling, you know, eyes, you're going to meet someone, and you're going to meet someone who is just going to, you cannot ignore the connection, because it's a true connection you have with this person. So I think you'll be happier once you meet this next person. And then from there, not anymore, huh? Well, we'll see. We'll see. You're free? Oh, good. You got away from them. Now you can meet that person, because I see someone coming towards you guys. Definitely, definitely. Now so happy. Yeah, that was that sun card we saw. That's good. Well, I'm glad you got away from them. Look how happy you are. See? Free, that's you. But I do see your person. You will meet somebody who will be your match. And it will be undeniable. And that'll be beautiful. Anyway, I like it. Thanks, Laura. All right, you guys, listen, I've been on here for 71 minutes and 4 seconds. So I'm going to pop off here, get going with my day. I got to get my car fixed. So, yeah, be well, be happy, be kind. I will see you all at another reading. I'll be back here, hopefully Thursday or Friday. Hit that like button, subscribe, and you'll get notification. And I will see you on another reading. All right, until then, be well, be happy, be kind. Bye.